Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today's Sunday and it's February the 27th, 2022. The month is just about over, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to extend to you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a returning viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. And you know, I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets, so you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And our story today comes from the city of Raleigh here in North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Raleigh Police caught selling cocaine from police car while on duty. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. Well, this has been one of the most talked about stories this past week, and it has to do with this young man, a Raleigh, North Carolina police officer. His name is Kevin Rodriguez. He's 33 years old, and he's been a field operations division police officer with the Raleigh Police Department since 2018. So by all accounts, he's still really a rookie. But this past Wednesday, Rodriguez was arrested and charged with distributing cocaine, and according to the charges, he did so while he was on duty, and that he was apparently doing it from his police vehicle while wearing his duty firearm. And this is what has been reported about this case. Now, back in November of 2021, two independent confidential sources told police that Rodriguez was a police officer who was distributing cocaine, and that information prompted an internal investigation. And I'm sure they started watching him very closely at that time. But in January of this year, I guess the Raleigh police set up a sting operation that caught Rodriguez in the act. Reports say a confidential source arranged to meet with Rodriguez at a designated location in order to conduct a cocaine transaction. Reports say the sales occurred in an abandoned car dealership location on Capitol Boulevard here in Raleigh. And they say Rodriguez arrived at the prearranged location driving his police vehicle. They say he parked his patrol car between two abandoned buildings. He was wearing his duty uniform and carrying his service firearm. What Rodriguez did not know was that the source and their vehicle were fitted with electronic video and monitoring devices, and as such, the police were able to capture everything that was taking place. Now, according to reports, the informant spoke to Rodriguez to the right passenger window. So I guess there were two people in that car. I mean, he did not have to get out. So he spoke to him to the right passenger window. And after he handed over the money, and they said he handed over $2,600. And after he did that, Rodriguez handed over the drugs. And all of this transaction was recorded on audio as well as video. And it was observed live by agents. And then later on, the source then confirmed to agents that the transaction for cocaine was completed and that Rodriguez had a service weapon on him. The drugs were later tested and confirmed to be 56 grams of cocaine. But after this event, you know, even though this was all seen on video and confirmed, Rodriguez was not charged, but he was immediately placed on administrative leave. So critics are now asking, if the police department had all this proof back in January, why did they wait till February the 23rd, which is just 4 weeks? Why did they wait 4 weeks later to actually make an arrest? That question has not yet been answered, but he was placed on administrative leave with pay until an internal affairs investigation was completed. Seems like they wanted to make sure they covered all of their bases before moving forward, and I'm sure they waited until a grand jury was able to meet and come back with a decision. So this past Thursday, the Raleigh Police Chief, Estelle Patterson, and she's a new police chief. So the police chief and the district attorney, they held a joint press conference and they announced the charges against Rodriguez. They said the day prior, which was Wednesday, it was stated that Rodriguez was arrested and charged with distributing cocaine and possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. The chief also stated that she was disappointed with the arrest because When someone wearing the badge breaks the law, it only serves to erode the public's confidence in the police. And she also said that she was working to maintain transparency so as to ensure the public, trust is restored. Now, it was stated that Rodriguez was placed on administrative leave without pay after his arrest, but the chief would not verify whether he was still in federal custody or whether or not there was a specific attorney assigned to him. Now, if convicted, Rodriguez faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years in prison and a maximum of life in prison. But we all know he's not going to do life. I'm sure there will be many months of plea negotiation, and then the prosecutor and his team will come to an agreement where I'm sure he'll receive a greatly reduced sentence, but there is no doubt he's going to serve some prison time. They caught him on video and on audio, and the fact that he was in his police vehicle, in his police uniform, and wearing his service weapon while he was selling cocaine, I'm sure these facts are all going to work against him. And let's not fool ourselves in believing that this represents an isolated case. I can assure you there are other police officers out there who also traffic in drugs. They just have not been caught. But I've been thinking, and this kind of makes you wonder whether this is the newest trend among law enforcement personnel. It was just last month I shared a story about a military police at Fort Bragg who was caught selling and using drugs while in uniform and while on duty. He was not in the police car, but he was in his uniform and he was working at the time. And it makes you wonder if this is the new norm. Or is it a new problem? Or is it a problem that has been there all along but only now being discussed openly? And maybe this is something that requires a bit more research. And that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on this notification bell right here, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.